Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hi, I am Muhammad Abdul Mu'mi bin Abdul Razak, metric number 1210498. Today, I want to share to you about my movie that I have been watched that relate to this assignment task, which is intercultural communication. The title of the movie is Living in a Blue Desk. I choose this movie because it is interesting that bring me to know about this concept of intercultural communication. First of all, we go to the summary of this movie shortly. At the beginning of the narration in the devil in the film of Devil in a Blue Dress, Easy Rollin, an African American World War II veteran, is looking for work. At his friend bar, he is introduced to a white man, David Albrecht, who is looking for someone to help him find a missing white woman assumed to be hiding somewhere in Los Angeles black community. This woman, Devin Monet, happens to be the fiancée of a wealthy blue blood, blue blood is an aristocrat. Blue bloods come from privileged, noble families that are wealthy and powerful. The word blood has long referred to family ties. People you are related to share the same blood. One specific type of family is composed of blue bloods. Member of the aristocracy belong to third charter, who is currently the favorite in the city's majority race. David Monet is known to frequent the black jazz club in Los Angeles. Easy innocently accepts Albrecht's offer. However, he quickly finds himself amid murder, crook cops, ruthless politicians, and brutalizing hoodlums. This is a treacherous whodunit with an African American theme. Okay, we go through to the intercultural point of this movie. It tells a classic noir story of a man being roped into the search for a mysterious woman. However, this film differs from classic noir in many ways, and one major way it is different is that the main protagonist is a black man. While we have seen black major characters and other minority leads individual in a blue dress, Easy's race is actually essential in his endeavor to find Devon. When the audience is introduced to Devon, it is through a black and white newspaper picture where she seems to be unquestionably white. Even after seeing her in person and possibly noting some racial ambiguity, Izzy continues to call her the white girl, indicating that the audience is still to believe that she is white. However, once her heritage is revealed, that is when race comes to the forefront of the film. There is this idea of passing, where a black person can appear as white and assimilate into white culture, as Stephen has attempted to do. In many ways, this film reminds me of the novel Passing by Nella Nelson. In this novel, a light-skinned black woman whom Charles has, like Stephen, fallen in love with a rich white man who thinks she is white, and in the end, she decides to her husband lead to the end of their relationship and possibly her death. Similarly, Stefan's love abandons her and forces her to leave town. At the end of the film, Edie states, "The color line in America work both ways. The color the color lines the color line in America worked both ways, and even a rich white man like Tuck Carter was afraid to cross it. A character like Devon, a character like Devon works to expose just how strict the color line can be, even though Devon can appear as white, and there is now no one threatening to expose her. Truth still cannot be with her. In reality, the color line has nothing to do with color and everything to do with grace. The noir is typically a space of chiaroscuro, of white and white. The noir is typically a space of chiaroscuro, of black and white. Yet Devil in a Blue Dress is the first noir film that we have watched that is in full color. The film has an extremely distinct color palette, one which almost feels desaturated and sepia tone. While this color palette partially serves to ground us in the time period it is, it, it also has an interesting way of reflecting the themes explored in the films. For instance, one color that is largely absent for most of the film is blue. Blue is opposite brown on a color wheel, so when blue does show up, it is stark contrast to the earth's tone that permeate the rest of the films. The most obvious use of blue in the film comes from the clothes that Daphne wears. The titular blue dress in a certain way foreshadow the main dilemma of the films. Daphne's perceived race versus that her true heritage. Daphne literally wear clothing that is the opposite color of the brown skin tone that she is attempting to conceal. Due to the coloring of the rest of the films, however, blue is perceived as an unnatural color to the audience's eyes, and through this we realize both of absurdity and tragedy of different past identity in a world obsessed with race. We have talked a lot about the idea of racialized other in film noir. Past film noir that we have watched have all taken place from the point of the view of a white protagonist. In a way, Devil in a Blue Dress presents a new kind of racialized other, in a film that gives us a more intimate look into the black community that has previously been off limits in most film noir. The new racialized other become those who are perceived as being neither white or black, and therefore are mysteries. For now, we are at conclusion. In my opinion, for general issue, in a family heritage, we can mix of family lineage with involving any interculture such as religion, culture, color of skin, and other. As we can see, for example, famous football player Paul Pogba, who is black skin, married with Zuli Pogba, which is white skin. Number two, marriage between Clinton's people who like eat sweet food different to the Negeri Sembilan people who love to eat spicy food like masak lemak cili api. Marriage between Indian and Chinese people, differences what they are wearing like dhoti and cheongsam. All these intercultural concepts bring a great and colorful heritage in a mixed marriage. Besides that, mixed marriage is it not about love, but they also can know about another lifestyle that not suit with them. Finally, as a human that in this world, sometimes the diversity of life is necessary to accept other people's way of life.